Hey guys, this is the unboxing of the B2 Audio Rampage 8-inch subwoofer. As you can see, they're very well packed. It came inside a box with three layers of styrofoam rings. There's the third one over there. And another box. It came in 3 boxes, very well packed. The DC came in 2 boxes, but had a little thicker styrofoam on the top, so both very well packed. Now, here's the woofer. I mean, this thing just screams sexy, man. I mean, it's got the nice, it's hard to see the logo there, but it's got the B2 logo. It's got a really nice rigid cone like the DC, like a lot of the woofers coming out these days. Really nice double stitching. The surround on this one compared to the DC, it's a little narrower, but it's very tall, and it's kind of sloped a little, man. You see this one kind of goes more to angle, where the DC was kind of more straight down, but the DC I feel like was a little more wider. But they both got very, very, very similar size magnets. This thing is like it's like a giant 8-inch pancake, man. The magnet, man, it's just huge. You can see it's got really nice venting on the bottom. You see all the venting there. It says B2 Audio. The basket, this is a proprietary basket, so that means it is stamped with the B2 Audio on there. It's stamped right there on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says B2 right there, stamped on the bottom. Nobody else uses this basket. You can see how well it's ventilated and gapped, you know, how big the gaps are. I mean, that just, when that woofer's moving, it just, the airflow is incredible, man. So it's really able to cool. That's why this woofer right here is able to handle 1,000 watts with just a 2-inch voice coil. And also keep in mind, with a 2-inch voice coil, a lot of people think bigger voice coil, better woofer, but that's not necessarily true. A lot of people just put a bigger voice coil more for power handling issues. With this one, it's got a smaller voice coil, which means that the spider is going to be bigger. So bigger spider, bigger throw, you know, because it allows the spider not to be, it's going to be rippled a little closer together, so it's going to go in and out a little more. There's the voice coil in there. Down in there, I just want to show you how good it's glued and everything. There's the woofer. You can see the spider is different than some of the other 8s out there. It's got really nice push terminals. It's got the tinsel leads. You can see the spider is real nice and solid. It's all glued. Same thing, this thing, I mean, gosh, you could just barely push it down, man. I mean, I'm amazed how strong these are compared to some other 8s that I've had. I mean, I've had other 8s that are very stiff, but this one is just a step above, man. As far as the you know, the cone goes, it's totally across. The woofer is 8.5. The DC is actually 8 3/4. But this has a 2.5-inch voice coil. This has an X max of 19 millimeters. This has an X max of 20 millimeters. One other thing I want to point out: the DCs, they come in dual 2 and dual 4. These come in dual 1 and dual 2 ohm. So you got to make sure you're, you know, checking that before you order, you know, another woofer, and then your ohm load's not right. Lately I've been running at higher ohms with bigger amps, man. They just run better, it sounds better, everything's better. You don't have to put all the extra electrical in there. So I like to just buy 4 or 5K and then run it at 2 ohms to get the power I need. Of course, unless I'm running, like, if I'm running a ZV5, or if I'm running something big like, you know, a Def Bonds Apocalypse, you know, the big ones, 800 bucks, you know, then obviously I'm gonna throw some power to it. But as far as that goes, but you can see it's, the basket, you know, like I said, is nice. It's very good. You can tell it's very good quality work. And I'm gonna do a video here of the DC versus this one side by side here in a minute. I think you're gonna be shocked, man. The DC is a little taller, but the basket's also a little taller, so I'd say they're very comparable. But the sensitivity on this woofer, if you get the dual 1s, they're 83.6. If you get the dual 2s, it's 86.2. and that's pretty good, man. The DCs, they're 78.3, I think, and then 7 on the dual 2s, and I think there's 78.6 on the dual 2s, and on the dual 4s there's 78. So this one, since it has a higher sensitivity, it's gonna move a little easier with power. So this one is probably gonna be a little more accurate. It's gonna have a lot better sound quality. Don't get me wrong, these things are gonna absolutely hammer the lows. You see there's videos all over YouTube of these things just tearing stuff up. So 2 of them's enough for me. I always say that. I'll probably end up going 4 down the road, but 2 of them for now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the video up of the comparison here in a minute. And I'm also gonna do a video later on today on the highs that I bought and the radio, that 11-inch floating touchscreen. That thing is sweet, man. And I'll do a video on all the highs and everything today or tomorrow, so you guys can see what I'm gonna be doing in the build. I kind of give you an idea. Alright guys, have a great day. If you like the video, please like, comment. If you have any other questions, when I do the comparison, I'll go a little more in depth on the DC. And then you guys can just let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you like and share, and don't forget to subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks.